is what it do with the whoop whoop. It is me, it is her, it is she, it is I, Miss Tamika Renee Bly. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is you may be today. I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that everybody is in good spirits. I hope that whatever it is you may be going through, that you are taking the necessary steps to heal from it or figure out how to get out of what it is you're currently in. Welcome back, good people. Woo. Woo. What it is and what it do. So, today, okay, the topic of the day is how to find a balance when it comes to masculine and feminine energy, right? Also, I did a little bit of research and I was able to find a few, more than a few, healthy masculine traits and unhealthy masculine, and the same for the feminine. So I'm going to list those as well. For today, I don't have one affirmation. I have 6. Hold on. 5. Sorry. And the affirmations is geared towards, because the topic of the day, it's geared towards how to strengthen relationships. And I got the affirmations according to the topic, right? Put this out so I can focus. And the topics that I picked were gratitude, open communication, forgiveness, self-worth, patience and understanding, and commitment. Okay. The first affirmation for gratitude is, I am thankful for our relationship. The second one for open communication is, I communicate openly and honestly in all my relationships. For forgiveness, I have, every day we consciously choose love, forgiveness, and understanding. For self-worth, I have, I am worthy of deep, meaningful connections. For patience and understanding, I have, I am patient and understanding in my relationships. Oh, excuse me, sorry. For commitment, I am committed to nurturing my relationships. I'm going to say all of them again. Affirmations to help strengthen relationships. For gratitude, I am thankful for our relationship. For open communication, I communicate openly and honestly in all my relationships. For forgiveness, every day we consciously choose love, forgiveness, and understanding. For self-worth, I am worthy of deep, meaningful connections. for patience and understanding. I am patient and understanding in my relationships. And for commitment, I am committed to nurturing my relationships. Okay. Now for the quote. I have a quote for the men and a quote for the women. Remember, everything is everything is in regards of masculine and feminine energy. So the quote for the men by Ernest Hemingway. I thought he was about to lick me. I don't like that. You know I don't like that. The quote goes as followed. But a man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed but not defeated. Now for the women. A woman in her feminine energy doesn't want to be strong all the time. Embracing her feminine side means allowing herself to be vulnerable, to rest, and receive support. I likes that. I likes both of them quotes. Okay. Getting right into it. Balancing masculine and feminine energy in relationships is the topic right now, right? We all know what it is, or what it means rather, to have feminine energy, to have masculine energy. We all know that some people exude more femme than masc and vice versa, right? I don't need to get into all of that. And we know that feminine energy is not just for the femme. A masculine. Furthermore, we men and women have both traits. Why am I about to break that down? We have both traits. Y'all know that. So when it comes to balance and masculine and feminine energy in relationships, what I did was research. I already had a few things that I thought would fall into the category of healthy femme energy and unhealthy femme energy, and healthy masc and unhealthy masc. But doing my research, I found a few more. A lot more. So what I got for, I'm going to start with the healthy, if you're in healthy feminine energy. What was listed, aside from the few I wrote, were: in healthy feminine energy, you are authentic, creative, compassionate, empathetic, grounded, intuitive, kind, nurturing, magnetic, receptive, sensitive, trusting, and vulnerable. Cool, right? Like, all of that sounds good, you know? Cool. And if you can relate to any of these, then you are indeed a healthy femme. Now, what was listed for being in unhealthy feminine energy is desperate, disempowered, insecure, low self-esteem, needy, overthinking, timid. You have a victim mentality and you're weak. Okay. So let me just stay on the healthy femme category real quick. All of the traits that were listed under the healthy femme, if you're in healthy feminine energy, some of these traits I feel should also be on the list of healthy femme energy when it comes to men as well. Because literally the chart that I took some of this information from had just healthy female, healthy masculine, but it can go both ways. You know what I mean? And you guys are gonna see what I mean once I read off the healthy masculine energy traits. It's like, how come men can't share the same traits as a healthy femme woman? Was my thing. Bam. I hope y'all following me. Allow me to no, let me just spark the blunt real quick, y'all. I just need a little. My allergies is acting up. That's strange because it shouldn't be no pollen in the air. Rainy? Is it you? Is it you? You ready to get your walking papers, Rainy? Is it out with the old and in with the new for 2025? We gotta replay. No, son, I know, I'm just talking shit. Okay, that's all I needed. One good pull. So for the healthy masculine traits, what I found was accomplished, accountable, which accountable can go for a healthy femme too. Assertive, confident, disciplined, focused, goal orientated, logical, protective, responsible, and secure. That all sounds great. I still believe it can work both ways. A woman can also exude those traits. So for the unhealthy masculine energy, the traits were anxious, offensive, controlling, distant. I don't even know what I wrote. That's crazy. Oh, defensive. My fault. My fault, y'all. Defensive, forceful, narcissistic, and they tend to be perfectionists. What do y'all think? Like, do y'all think these traits are accurate? Is there more that maybe should be added to the list? Because again, why can't a man in his healthy masculine energy have the nurturing, the kind, the intuitive, the grounding, the empathetic that a woman in her healthy feminine energy have? Men can be nurturing too. Men can be kind too. Men can be intuitive. I know a lot of men, no, not a lot. I know like a handful of men who are very intuitive, very kind, extremely nurturing, right? These men also get looked at as he's too soft. It's not fair that, and yes, I am a woman about to say this, it's not fair that women, because we're women, you know, it's a must that we're nurturing and kind and woo woo woo, you know what I mean? But when it comes to a man, and a man has those traits as well, he's viewed in a different light. Still a man, but again, he might be a softer man now. I don't think that's fair. You know, again, I've mentioned before, like, we don't have to give that man the title of him being soft, him being a, you know what I mean? I'm trying not to cuss today. Him being a B. He shouldn't have that title when he taps into the same feminine energy that we have already. You know what I mean? Let the man live is what I'm saying. As far as the unhealthy feminine traits, I see that it was desperate, insecure, low self-esteem. I would say victim mentality and weak. Let's take those traits from a healthy femme and include that, an unhealthy femme, sorry. A woman who is in her unhealthy feminine energy. And let's add that to the unhealthy masculine energy as well. I've dealt with men who showed those same traits. The insecurities, the overthinking, weak men. I don't like me a weak man. I was about to go somewhere, but whatever. I'll leave that right there to another episode, honey. The victim mentality, the low self-esteem, the insecurities, the desperate. Okay? Desperate. Whether it's, and I'm just saying desperate because I've recently experienced. It's like, you met me yesterday, you want to get me pregnant today, and then you want me to be your wife tomorrow. Why the f are you trying to rush into all of this? You know, you desperate for love, desperate for attention, desperate to say I'm with someone, even if it's not someone you necessarily want to be with. This goes for men and women. You know, like, no, women are not the only ones who, while being in unhealthy feminine energy, shows all these traits. Men do too. Women can also be anxious. Women can also be controlling. Women can also be dismissive. Women can also be narcissistic. Because, you know, I'm not biased here. I support the women and the men. And I put... Okay, I said I was trying not to cuss. I was about, damn. I put real where real need to be put on both sides. Because at the end of the day, if I pinch you and you pinch me, we both gonna feel it. You know what I mean? No. 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 But then I want to jump back to being in healthy feminine energy and healthy masculine energy real fast. So I see that authentic was not on the list for being in healthy masculine energy. Why not? Why not? See, when I find discrepancies, I feel in my soul I said that word right. But when I find that in certain topics, I like to further dive deep. Because why not? Because why are we not being fair? Because why can women only be grounded? Because why, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And women, as far as one of the healthy traits being sensitivity, men can and are sensitive as well. Again, it sucks that the stigma for men for years has just simply been you're looked at in the light of being less of a man if you're tuned into these feelings, which are only deemed for women. Where's that written at in the Bible? You know what I mean? Who said that? Who came up with that unwritten rule? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. I'm gonna light the blunt one more time, just because after this, I only got a few more things to chat about, and I'm out. Because guess what? Ooh, I'm uploading twice a week now, y'all. I missed yesterday, which was Monday, because I normally upload on Mondays. You guys know this. Last Monday was my cousin Aaron's funeral. So I purposely sat that one out because the emotions was pew through the roof. And I didn't want to be on here chit-chatting and then all of a sudden break down and I just can't get through it. So I took the entire week. You heard? I took the entire week to make sure I'm mentally prepared to tap back into reality. You know what I mean? And although I'm going to miss my cousin Aaron a great deal, it's hard to be, it's hard for me to be sad. Of course I was sad when I found out about his passing, but it's hard for me to be sad knowing the type of person he was. You know, his energy, his high, he always vibrated at a high level, you know. And for someone like him, someone who operates in that energy, the last thing you know he would want is for you to tap out and be sad. So I'm like, all right, give me my days or whatever, you know what I mean? Let me get to what I need to get to, and then I'm going to get back to, let me feel what I need to feel, and then I'm going to get back to it. So that's why I was MIA last week. But yeah, I'm going to be doing every Monday and every Friday. Maybe not Friday. Maybe I might have to switch it to Sundays, depending on work and stuff. I'm figuring it out. All right. So we talked about the traits. And now, after speaking to a man and a woman and just researching, I wanted to figure out how masculine and feminine energy impact relationships. I wanted to figure out how, when a man, or what a man does while in his masculine energy. I'm sorry. What a man does, I don't know why you just scared me like that, Rainy, Jesus Christ. What a man does to the intimacy in a relationship, and what a woman does to the intimacy in a relationship when they exude these certain traits. So what I found was, when a woman is in her masculine energy, the intimacy killer can be, or is, being criticized, controlled, or shut out. All right. When a man is in his feminine energy, the intimacy killer could be feeling unseen, unsafe, and or misunderstood. And I sat back after looking at that, and I'm like, well, I can see how that could be true. Because in the bedroom, some men like not more masculine women, but more dominant women. It's a difference, right? Some men actually like a woman being in control. But if this woman is is vibrating in high masculine energy, those traits will come off different. I'll say with more force behind it, because it's now at a vibrating at a higher level. And for a man to be tapped into his feminine side when it comes to the bedroom, he may want things or request things that the woman might not look at as being manly, you know? And who knows what the things could be? It could be anything. This man could be being misunderstood for the things that he is asking for, when in all reality what he's asking for might just be simple dimple. You know? But because the woman is vibrating high in her masculine energy, instead she's criticizing him for what it is, he may be asking for. And then with the criticism, the man starts to feel like he's being misunderstood, or he's not being seen or heard, for that matter. Y'all following me? Am I on point though? Are you liking, subscribing, and sharing? Are you liking? Are you liking? Are you subscribing? Are you sharing? No, sir. But make sure to like, subscribe, share if you're rocking with me. Like, that's it. Follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook now, you guys. Facebook is not Uncomfortable Conversations. It's my name. But it's still geared towards the podcast. It's Tamika Renee Bly. I might be off. It might just be Tamika Bly. But it's Tamika, Timeka, space, capital Renee, space, capital BLY on Facebook. And on Instagram, it's Uncomfortable Conversations, pod, P-O-D at the end. And scene. So, I can see how, if you're vibrating high as a man in his femme and as a woman in her masculine energy, I can see how it can be an intimacy killer. Be mindful, people. Be mindful. That man is still a man. The woman is still a woman. Even if she has a little bit of mass in her. Even if he has a little bit of femme in him. Treat that man like the man he is. Let him know that he is not only seen, but he is heard. And with hearing him, he's understood. Okay. So now, I also wanted to tap into the importance of having that balance when it comes to being in a relationship, having the masculine and feminine energy balance. And what I got from that is, well, aside from the bedroom, when it comes to just you as an individual, whether male or female, who has the balance of both, or at least knows how to balance both. Because again, we all know there's some women who exude more masculine energy, and there's some men who exude more feminine energy. But indeed, both are instilled in all of us. It's all about the balance, right? Right. Um, and I took away 3 topics when it comes to having the balance and how it can positively affect these 3 topics when and if you are someone that's aware. Because first of all, you have to know how to go about balancing it in the first place. So if you have that awareness, you know. All right, so personal growth. When you're able to balance the femme and masculine energy, whether you're a male and a female or female, when it comes to your personal growth, it can lead you to be more well-rounded, because you now have a sense of knowing pretty much just knowing when and where to pull out each energy. You know what I mean? When it comes to relationships, it can help you improve your communications. Your communication. Let me take a drink real quick. Sorry. Help to improve your relationships when you have that good balance of masculine and feminine energy. And the last and important one for me was life situations overall. Because depending on what it is that you're going through, right? You're gonna know, just like what I said with the first topic, you're gonna know when to apply which energy to what situation, because, and this is just a I think moment. It's not anything I know for sure, but I think when faced with certain life situations, aside from whether or not knowing, hey, I have to tap in more to my masculine side or more to my feminine side, I also think that the emotions and the logic should be there as well, right? Because whatever situation it is, while approaching that situation in your feminine side, right? Let's say you have to use your feminine energy in this situation. But also, while using your feminine energy, one thinks what? Emotions, emotional, feminine, right? What if, just work with me, people. What if you have to separate the emotions while being in that feminine energy and apply logic? Are you aware enough to know, furthermore, the difference between the two and how to go about implementing that into the situation that calls for that to be used? And vice versa with masculine energy. While being masculine in that situation, while men are more logical thinkers, what if said situation requires you to remove the logic and apply the emotion? Are you going to know how to stay in that masculine energy and apply the emotions at the same time. I mean, you're probably like, yeah, duh, girl, like, but we really never know how we're going to act or which energy will come out until we are faced with the situation. Let's use a breakup, for example. Let's say the woman broke up with the man for whatever reason. And this man is into, you better not bite that cord. And this man is in tune with his feminine energy. So this man he's sad. You know, he's sad about the breakup. He's in his feelings. He don't want to do anything for a couple days. I want to wallow in this hurt. I want to feel this hurt. And then I'm going to get me together. Right? Rainy, looking at you just made me lose my train of thought for a second. Okay. I'm coming back, people. I'm coming back. I don't know how that just happened. Say da-da-da. Bam. Okay. Where most men in this situation where this man tapped into, while still being in his masculine energy, tapped into his emotions instead of using that logic and acting like, forget her, you know what I mean? I'm going to go call so-and-so. I'm going to go hang out with so-and-so. Like, I'm not pressed over her. Like, shorty been in my DMs for a minute. I'm finna hit her back. The men in masculine energy, and this I know because I've seen, the men in the masculine energy, stop licking me, Rainy. Go down there, please. Thank you. The men in the masculine energy who goes through that breakup, who wants to act tough as balls and decide to dismiss the emotions and incorporate the pride and the ego with the logic, that man is going to be hurt later down the line. Or that man is now, as we know, hurt people. That's the man that's going to hurt the next and the next and the next because he did not take time to process his feelings. He want to be out in the streets acting like he's unbothered. The man who is the masculine man who knows and is aware that I'm still a man at the end of the day, but this shit right here hurts and I'm going to feel this. He's going to take the time he need to process those emotions and feel what he need to feel and then get out of his bag and get back to him. And that man is not going to go on hurting other women or furthermore hurting himself. The same with women. And this I know for sure. Again, I'm a woman. You know, I ain't never been no man. Anyways, the same with women. Because I'm not biased. A woman who is in her masculine energy going through the same breakup as the other woman, but she is more tapped into the logic and the pride and the ego that comes with it. She finna be out here in these streets. She finna be tooting it and booting it. She finna be Larry who? Derek who? Daquan who? I'm out here. He was yesterday. What Gucci Man say? Girls are like buses. Miss one, next 15, one come. Yeah. Anyway, back to reality. So, you know, she want to be out in the streets acting like she's not pressed over the breakup, acting like, girl, I could get me another one of him. I could get me another one of them, and woo, 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 woo. That woman is also, too, going to go on hurting other men. That woman is also, too, probably not going to, should I say not? Yeah, she's not going to process her emotions, at least not immediately. So just like the man, she's going to have those emotions still, but she's going to do everything she can to try to fight it. Whether it's getting under a new man, getting under several men, or just, again, just simply acting like she's not bothered by it. But then the woman, who's also tapped into her masculine energy, but who also knows, I just broke up with this man for whatever reason, or the man just broke up with me, vice versa. I don't care. And I feel X, Y, and Z, and I need to make sure I take the time out to feel and process what I'm feeling. Because I know what I'm feeling, but do we all know why we're feeling what we're feeling when we're feeling it? You know what I mean? While being able to point out, this is what I'm feeling, do we know why we're feeling that way? The woman who's in her masculine energy, that is tapped in with her emotions, she's going to understand that, and she's going to take the time that she needs to heal, because that woman is not going to want to go on hurting other men. That woman is not going to want to act like she did not care about the man that she had to break up with. She knew it was something she had to do, okay? But she's not going to act like she didn't care. She's just going to simply go and do what she need to do to process her emotions and heal herself. For however long it takes. Let me add that on, because your process is not like mine. So, I said that to say this. While being in our energies, men and women, let's make sure that when it's time to, let's make sure that we're aware and mindful of when and where we need to activate which energy. This is getting on my nerves. It's just sitting up like that. When and where we have to activate the energy. And while activating the energy, be mindful of all the traits that I named. Sometimes we need a reminder. Where did I write it at? Damn. I be writing so much. All the traits that I named. The healthy femme, the authentic, creative, compassionate, empathetic, grounded, woo woo. The healthy mass, accomplished, accountable, assertive, confident, disciplined, focused, woo woo. I'm not going to say let's revert back to the traits. But let's just be mindful and aware that, stop licking me, Rainy, because I took a shower already and I don't like when you do that. It makes me feel uneasy. It makes me tap into my feminine side. No, sir. We have to make sure that we're implementing and knowing how to separate being logical from using our emotions. Because not every situation calls us to lead with emotions. Not every situation calls us to lead with logic. Some people tarnish their own relationships because they're in or vibrating high in their masculine energy. This goes for men and women. Vibrating high in that said energy, but just missing a few important key components. The same with the feminine energy. Be mindful. Like, let's not let because we think it's okay to vibrate like this. And whether it's leading with emotion or logic in that situation, I'm just trying to point out when you're vibrating high in either one of these energies, be mindful that you're not vibrating too high in said energy, that it will tarnish your relationships. Like ships, period. Family members, friendship, all ships. But what do I know? But what should I scream for? This is my theme park. Ooh. I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that I was able to bring some type of information to some ears. I hope that I was not just rambling and I actually sounded like I knew what I was talking about. And I'm grateful for the ones who always show up for me. You know who you are. Because if I say some names, it's going to be some other people like, wait, what? I show up too. No, the fuck you don't. But I'm not up for embarrassing nobody. I am grateful for the ones, again, who show up for me always. It's about 3 of y'all. And I hope that if you're someone who has people in your corner who always show up for you, you're grateful for them as well and express that gratitude. Remember, a little goes a long way. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, follow me, Instagram, Uncomfortable Conversations Pod, Pod at the end. I'm now on Facebook, Tamika Renee Bly. Actually, I got to add the Facebook to the description box anyway, so I'll add that. The first season is on Spotify, Uncomfortable Conversations in all caps, or you can search my name, Tamika Renee Bly, and you'll be able to find it that way. But again, I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll be back in a few days. My stomach is touching my bin neck. I hope y'all did not hear that. I'll be back in a few days or whatever, what it is, what it do with the whoop whoop. Tamika Renee Bly out.